On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Thursday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, you don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch us now, my peeps, in the morning here. We are going to kick it off and stay internationally. Yeah, man. So right now On The Spot News Media get wings. So there's a criminal element here, presently on your screen, who is said to be a Jamaican national, was charged on Monday for stealing at a mall in New York City in the United States of America. But guess what? He's currently being detained by the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Yeah, man. So the criminal element in question has since been identified as 27-year-old Ramiki Campbell, said to be of a Queens address in New York City. He was arrested after he was caught stealing merchandise from Macy's at the Green Acres Mall in Valley Stream. And that's according to the Nassau County Police Office. The police report stated that Ramiki Campbell is in the United States of America illegally, and he reportedly concealed items that he stole in a shopping bag and walked out of Macy's without paying for the items. He was arrested without incident after being stopped by loss prevention officers and handed over to the Nassau police. Campbell was charged with grand larceny, criminal possession of stolen property, false impersonation, and petty larceny. Further investigation revealed that Campbell had also stolen from a Forever 21 store in that said mall. He reportedly gave the police false information about his identity. Campbell had an outstanding warrant of removal from ICE, meaning an immigration judge had already determined that he was in the country illegally and ordered his deportation. So after being released on an appearance ticket, Campbell was detained by ICE agents. Now, make that make sense there for me, my peeps. Make it make sense. You get yourself in America. You get yourself in a trouble in America. A judge order you to leave America. You chose to stay in America. Now you're gone thief clothes in America. Make it make sense. Boy, me I tell you, corner boy a yard, and they said corner boy abroad. Boy, me I tell you, the thing rough, but anyway, make we continue. Now the next thing that we are going to talk about, you know, my peeps, On The Spot News Media was reliably informed that a deportation flight should be landing in Jamaica today. And one of the persons who is allegedly on that flight is a top tier member of the gangs aligned to the Matthews Lane community in downtown Kingston. You talk about the Spanglers, man, them. Now this notorious drug kingpin and figure is one of the top tier members who have broken barriers, meaning that he brought together rival factions from the notorious Shower Posse and also that of his own Spanglers gang. Yeah, man. They both ruled the downtown business district with an iron fist that brought in millions of dollars in their coffers. Yeah, man. So this notorious criminal element, trust me, my peeps, is one for everyone to look out for. We are speaking about the notorious and reputed gangster identified as this man presently on your screen, Anthony Patterson, but he's more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Rooster. Yeah, man. Now, Rooster, as I stated earlier, a popular and well-known figure in the Jamaican criminal underworld. And he has close links, as I stated, with Matthews Lane and with the rival Tivoli Gardens. In fact, Rooster was even prominently featured in the Netflix documentary Drug Lords, featuring himself, of course, Christopher Cook, and many others. So this brother here is not no normal top tier criminal element. This brother here sits at the top of the food chain where that is concerned. Now, Rooster was incarcerated in March of 2008 in the United States of America, where he was convicted on charges of conspiring to distribute and also possession with intent to distribute over 1,000 kilograms of ganja. The ganja was reportedly purchased in and shipped from California via air cargo and delivered to the Bronx in New York for sale. They had a studio known as John Shop Studio that produced a whole lot of big songs from top Jamaican reggae and dancehall artists and also international acts, foreign artists from their label known as John Shop Records. And that is where they carried out their day-to-day activities by selling the illicit drug to smaller drug dealers. So during his incarceration in the United States of America, Rooster has dedicated himself towards his own intellectual enlightenment. He became bilingual, fluent in Spanish, gaining his GED and completed a paralegal course. So this brother here, nowadays, he's more sounding like an enlightened philosopher than a high-level figure in the criminal underworld. So Rooster may come back as really a changed man, but he may also be using that as a facade to fool us, the regular members of Chan Public, to believe that he is changed. Or he could have really had it in his intention to change. But when him dropped back in a Jamaica, surrounded by the influence, monies, extortion, guns and drugs and all of that type of environment, who knows, just may pull him back into that criminal underworld. And his level of intellect, if he returns to the criminal underworld, trust me, Jamaica, we're in trouble. Because this man has strong ties and connections, both yard and abroad, politically, in the security forces, and also with international criminal organizations. So this brother here is not no little corner boy type of business. This brother here is a top tier, high ranking criminal element. So we all need to be aware of his presence back in Jamaica. And to the security forces, the hierarchy of the JDF and the JCF, and especially those who are in charge of the Kingston Central and Kingston Western Police Divisions, keep an eye out on Rooster. And Rooster, I'm pretty sure sometime you will hear this vlog. And I want to make you know, say, the Jamaica where you leave years ago is not the same Jamaica today. So I would advise you to use your smarts productively and stay away from your once beloved criminal lifestyle. But anyway, a word to the wise. Yeah, man. So I could continue, you know, my peeps. We're going to flick it all over there in a Caribbean island known as Antigua. Yeah, man. That's how we're there right now. One of Jamaica's most notorious and reputed top-tier criminal element who lives in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Central Village community is presently on the island of Antigua. Now this will just show you how corrupt our system is, because his presence in Antigua, he was assisted by a certain political representative for help boat him in to Antigua to elude the long arms of the law. Now the criminal element that I'm speaking about is this one, presently on your screen, identified as Stokeley Collins. But them call him Pepper in our streets. Them call him Pepper because him literally hot in our streets in Jamaican criminal terms. And he's a man when a ramp for pepper boy skin, literally so. Yeah, man. So Pepper has been on the radar of the JCF and the JDF for years. Their first contact with Pepper is way back in 2013 when they reportedly confronted him and his gang at a little place up in the hills, a Central Village where them hide out in the bush, in the little cave them. December 20 to be exact, 2013. The police and military had their first face-off with the criminal element Stokeley Collins. Whole heap of knockings and clappings going up in a bush mount there. The police, them knock it back, clap it back pan them. But the criminal elements, them slap up some can pan them and eluded them. And Stokeley Collins has been on the radar of the police and the JDF since then. Stokeley Collins have been listed as wanted on the St. Catherine South Police Division wanted list many times. He has also been listed as one of Jamaica's most wanted. His confederates was also listed as wanted. Stokeley Collins, the leader of the Stokeley Collins gang, are the nighttime gang based in Central Village in the St. Catherine South Police Division. He has been linked to one of his latest fatalities. And knockings and clappings were going March 2020. He's definitely wanted for that particular knockings and clappings. Stokeley Collins comes from a family of criminal elements. In fact, his father, a brother known as One Foot Georgie, was also a top tier criminal element back in his days. Stokeley Collins took over the reins of the nighttime gang and even formed his own little half gang when time them have a little internal split in the camp. Stokeley Collins' son, Stokeley Collins Jr., also grew up to be a corner boy himself. So the father, so the son, Papa was a corner boy. See him saying come. Yeah, man. So Stokeley Collins have managed to elude the police dragnet several times. He was once seen in the Yuatan community in the St. Catherine North Police Division, where he wreaked havoc among the members of that particular community. He fled that community, went to Bobo Hill over there in the Kingston Eastern Police Division, or is it the St. Thomas Police Division, whichever, but Bobo Hill, that is where him used to be. They locks up him head, and when him have to lift up from out of Bobo Hill, him shave off him head. So he is presently, possibly, looking like this picture right now. So the Antigua authorities is now presently in search of this criminal element. Stokeley Collins, who was last seen in an area of Antigua known as Falmouth. So Stokeley Collins, we not gonna make you get too comfortable in the people and place because the Jamaican authorities want you. So now you know that the Antiguan authorities are look for you. Lift up out of people in place. And I hope that anyone seeing this picture, or if you see somebody will resemble that picture, yeah, because him can change up him thing, you know. They are known for that. They will grow their hair, they will bleach their face, they will get back black, they will do all sort of things to look a little bit different. But if you see anybody will slightly resemble this asthma, call the Antiguan authorities so them can come check him out to see if this is the notorious Stokeley Collins who is wanted by the Jamaican authorities for a slew of fatal knockings and clappings and other firearm-related charges. So right now, Stokeley Collins, otherwise known as Pepper, I'm pretty sure at some point in time somebody are gonna send this to you. Well, let On The Spot News Media tell you this. You're not go comfortable nowhere at all. You sickle. Because the eyes and ears of On The Spot News Media is on you. Yeah, man. So nobody feel like say, you gotta do all of what you're doing in Jamaica and gone in the people in little Caribbean country to go further mess it up. Because all people like you do, you know, anywhere at all you go, a trail of death and destruction follows. So you need to be caught and taken off the streets immediately. So anyone out there in Antigua knowing the whereabouts of this criminal element, please alert the nearest Antiguan police official. And to the Jamaicans out there living in Antigua, he may feel a little bit more comfortable to come around him own kind. Do not, I repeat, do not welcome him in your space, because anywhere Stokeley Collins go, death and destruction follow. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.